imagine all the people living for today.
Hi, my name's Fiona and I do various bits of volunteering around Skipton. One of the things I'm involved in is the Skipton Fair Trade initiative. We've worked really hard as a small group to ensure that Skipton is a fair trade town, and we're very excited that recently our status has just been renewed for another 2 years. I used to be an aid worker, so I've lived and worked overseas, and I've seen some of the poverty and injustice around the world. And living here in Skipton, one of the things that I can do really easily to make a difference is to ensure that I buy fair trade products. The Skipton Fair Trade Initiative does loads to raise awareness about fair trade. One of the fun things we did last year in Fair Trade Fortnight was we had a flash mob where the mayor started dancing. We had some dancing bananas. The girls from the Skipton Girls High School Fair Trade group designed a dance, taught it to some local primary school children, and we danced around the High Street, Sheep Street, Craven Court, and that was really good fun. So I am also a befriender with the Refugee Council. There's a number of families from, as part of the government programme, have been moved from the camps in Lebanon to Skipton, Syrian families escaping from the civil war that's been taking place in Syria. So the Refugee Council is working closely with North Yorkshire County Council to support the families, but I'm a volunteer befriender. And that's just what it sounds like. I'm a friend, I'm somebody there to help, to be friendly. If you need to go to the hospital for the first time, you need to get from Skipton to Airedale, you don't know where it is, you don't know how to speak English, you don't know how to catch a bus, I'm the person that can take you on the bus to make sure that you get there. One of the families had great fun getting involved in the Skipton Puppet Festival earlier this year. They went along to the workshops, they made puppets, and they were able to take part in the puppet raid. It's all about, if you live in Skipton, what's going on in Skipton. There's so much going on in Skipton, but how do you find out about it if you're not from this area? So part of my role is just to let them know about some of the wonderful groups and activities that they can get involved in Skipton. It's about becoming part of this community. So I'm also part of Craven Refugee Support group. We might raise funds for a particular cause, or we might have a collection for people living in Calais of sleeping bags, or for children in Greece who don't have anything, some warm clothes. So we did various different things to help refugees. Recently, I had the pleasure of going with Fiona Protheroe into Skipton Girls High School. He's an Afghan refugee. He left home at the age of 12. Him and his brother fled Afghanistan. Their mum put them on a plane and sent them off. He then spent 18 months travelling around Europe. He got separated from his brother. He was on his own as a 12-year-old in Europe trying to make his way. He's written a book about his experience, and he came into the girls' high school to talk about the book, to talk about what had happened to him, why it happened to him, how he'd coped and how he survived. So I'm the chair of Friends of Pebble Park. I set it up about 5 years ago. Thankfully, have a really strong team. You will have seen the earlier films, you will have seen the people that are involved. We work really together and work really hard. I have travelled quite extensively around South Asia and Africa. I've worked with communities that have so little. I feel incredibly privileged to live here in Skipton, in one of the happiest, wealthiest, safest place in the world to live. I do what I can, in what small way I can, to make a positive difference.